Hey Judy, so I'm going to try and do a decent job here of talking about thirds and just leaving everything in F major. Just to review, everything in F major means we're dealing with a fixed group of notes. We're dealing with F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E. Okay? So when we're dealing with those notes, we can go up a third from any of those notes. Up a third from F and land on a third above, which would be A. We can go up a third from G and get to B flat. We can go up a third from A and end up on C. So even though you're going to land on a specific note that is fixed in the key of F, those notes are still separated by thirds. Okay. If you go in order, obviously the F major scale sounds a certain way, but when you go from a third above F, you may go up a major third, you may go up a minor third. I want you to start seeing that when you're playing a little bit. And it'll make more sense the more I do this. So let me just dive in a little bit. On the first line of your worksheet that I made here, I actually put the two notes on top of each other so that you can see them. So we start off with the note F. And remember I said I want to keep everything as if it's a fixed octave on this sixth string right now, but all relative to that music notation there, so it's all fixed on that treble clef. Meaning, if you see that low F on the clef, we're talking about the lowest F right now on your guitar, and the higher F would be the higher F up here. I think that's a good way to do it right now, so it'll all kind of generally make sense on one octave. So here's what we're going to do. We have F. And remember, when we're talking about thirds, it means we're skipping through a note, because it would be considered seconds if we just went up to the next note. Okay, so a couple things here. The interval of playing this note here and another note just like it would be a unison. So when two people are singing the exact same note F, whatever note that is, I can't do it. But if I were singing that note F at the same time this was playing that F, that interval would be unison. Okay, or a one-th. I don't know what that'd be. But they're both playing the same note. If I were playing the F and then I was singing the G, the distance between those notes is a second. Okay? When I play the note F and I sing the A, that's a third. Okay? Now a third can be major, it can be minor, it kind of depends. Remember, to review, we're talking about a major third being 4 frets or 2 whole steps between. Okay? Or a minor third being 3 frets up or a whole plus a half, 1.5 steps is a minor third. What we're going to do here is start on a note, and then the note above it will be in front of you. Okay? So going from the note F to the note A, we have to go through the G, okay? But you can see it. We went up 4 frets. So that means that first one you see there is a major third, okay? And so what I wrote under there, is it a major third or a minor third? I want you to answer that question for all of them, okay? So F to A, you can see that, 4 frets, major third. What in the world? Okay, Adelaide. Oh, I don't think you can see her. I think I'm making a bunch of noise. Hopefully that didn't just make you want to throw up. Anyway, back to the lecture here. So that was the first one we did. F to A, that was a major third, okay? The next one you see there, you see a G, and then above it you see that B flat, line to line, and you can see that it's skipping the note A, okay? G to B flat, we're going up a third. So let's start on G, right here on our guitar, on the 6th string, and it means we're going to have to go up from G to B flat. And how many frets did we go up? We went 3 frets, and you can see that it's a minor third, okay? 1.5 steps, minor third. So that next one, G to B flat, is a minor third. I'm not sure I necessarily want you to, if you wanted to make a couple copies of this, you can write them down if you want, but I want you to be able to do this exercise over and over and over again. So maybe you have one that you can write the answers to, and then one and use it as a check. You can check yourself later, but okay, so let's go to the next one. The third one, we have the note A, so we'll start on A, and we're going to go to the next third up, and if you look at the paper, you can see we're going from A to C, Okay, we can see that that's a third on the paper, and now let's do it on our guitar. A to C. We went up how many frets? 3 frets, 1.5 steps, so that means A to C is a minor third. Okay, the next note, we start on B flat. We're going to go from B flat, you can see on the paper, B flat to D. We're going from line to line. We know that's a third when we see it that way. We skip through the C to get to the D. So B flat to D is a third. What kind of third is it? Let's do it. B flat to D. B flat to D. We went up 4 frets, or 2 whole steps, or a major third. That one's a major third. Okay? The next one, we'll start on the note C. And we're going to go, if you look at the page, we're going from the note C to from space to space. So C to E. That's a third. What kind of third is it? Let's figure it out. C goes to E. How many frets is that? 4 frets, or 2 whole steps, or a major third. Okay? Last one on that page is an E. This is a trick question. E, whoops, sorry, what am I doing here? E, what? C to E, sorry, D to F. I'm an idiot. Sorry. The next to last one, D, and we're going to go from the note D to the next line up, D to F. So if you're looking at your page, D, skip the E, go to the D. So line to line, that's a third. What kind of third is it? D to F. We went up 3 frets, 1.5 steps, or a minor third. Last one on this page, this is the one that's kind of a trick question. We're going to start on E, and we're going to go up to G. Okay, so we're going to start on E, but you see that's the last space there, and you're going up to the G above it. Okay, E to G. Alright, now, we can see that that's a third because they're stacked on top of each other, but what kind of third? How many frets do you go up from E to G? 3 frets, or 1.5 steps. Okay, so that first one, I want you to do it just like that, where you just go from one to the next, just try and figure it out. If it takes you longer for some than others, that's totally cool. The more you do it, the better you get at it.